Glad you could make it. You are listening to the video recording of a live broadcast. You can stay up to date on our schedule and catch us live by checking out the links in the description below. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Visit links.chaoticallybalanced.com for more info. If you would like to support us further and get access to exclusive content on Ko-fi, you can visit chaoticallybalanced.com/support. Now that we are done with that, it's time to start the adventure. Welcome, adventurers. This is a quick note to say that this is part 1 of a live stream. To gain immediate access to our episodes, please visit links.chaoticallybalanced.com or go to chaoticallybalanced.com/support. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Welcome, fellow adventurers, nerds, and neurodivergents. Sit back, stay hydrated, and prepare yourselves for tonight's adventure. We are a little behind tonight, but we are up and running. Had to solve some technical difficulties, as there usually are. And we're back. Not on regularly scheduled time, but we are here nonetheless. Last we left off, the party was coming to an end. Joachim, towards the end of this party, was attempting to get some companionship for the evening. He was initially met with discontent, but eventually convinced one of the patrons at the bar to go with him. He avoided trouble with the guard and was about to leave with her. Kraka was even trying to help with the tab and being sneaky. However, Lala interfered and his night got ruined. Eventually, they all got kicked out by the guards for being troublemakers. They made it back to their room where Joachim and Deedle got into their respective bed/sleeping areas and went to sleep for the night. Kraka sat down and just kind of passed out from drinking too much, and Kaida took Ynor to her own special pocket dimension. Waiting for the right moment, Lala snuck out to pay a visit to Mr. Tyrone Belfast down the hall. Here, she came across an unsuspected crime scene of blood and mess. She let her dagger drink some of the blood, panicked, and ran back to her room to wake up the others. Eventually, they figured out how to get Kaida and Ynor. Once back, Ynor asked for an explanation for the interruption. Ynor, Kaida, Lala, and Kraka all went off to investigate, while both Joachim and Deedle went back to sleep. They found some odd blood-soaked documents, came up with more questions than answers, and ultimately went off to find Bavin. Bavin's room was also in a similar state of disarray, but they did find Tyron here, barely alive. Ynor, being very nice, stabilized him and brought him to their room to interrogate him. Once back, Bavin had shocked everyone by reappearing with no warning with a couple of his own guards. Jackson Hammerson and Grexus Prideclaw. The party asked Bavin some questions, and then everyone eventually went back to sleep, gaining more questions than answers. And before we begin, I want to make sure everyone hits that long rest button, if you have not, to refresh all of your skills, abilities, and everything.
That might mean we might be getting into some shit.
And I just want you all to be well rested. So we come to the next morning. Kaida and Ynor still off in their own pocket dimension, so they're not currently in the room. But the rest of you begin waking up one by one as the light starts coming through the airship windows. What are you all doing?
just kind of stretch and look around and see if anybody else is up and active. If not, then I'm going to find food or prepare food for everybody.
There is no prepared food. There's really not a lot of anything in this room. There's a small kitchenette area, and there's some supplies in here, so you could prepare a small breakfast for everybody, or you could begin preparing it.
Is there enough for everybody, or would I have
Yeah.
to ask somebody for more supplies?
I'd say there's enough for everybody for right now.
Okay, well then I will...
You may need more supplies later in the day.
I just wasn't sure if I would say ask a guard or a servant. That's why I was like somebody else. But all right, if we got enough, then I guess eggs and some kind of breakfast meat.
There are definitely eggs. Roll a D100.
D100.
You said some kind of breakfast meat. You did not specify, so now it's the dice's decision.
That is a 43.
Spam.
Bam.
Spam.
So what is D&D spam?
It is just compressed mystery meat.
Oh, so the same as real life. I gotcha.
This is the like higher quality spam, because you're on a rather luxurious airship, even though it's got giant cannons.
It's the caviar of spam.
But yeah, it's compressed mystery meat. You also find like some couple onions, some root vegetables, a little bit of cheese. Various types of like juices and teas.
I was just about to ask about is there like veggies and stuff like that, so I can make, if whoever doesn't really want to eat anything, maybe they could have like a breakfast smoothie.
There's like some greens and an apple.
I can work with that. I can work with that.
Who else is waking up as Kraka begins cooking?
Yes, what?
Food.
Like the smell of a freshly made breakfast is wafting through your room.
Yeah, I'm starting out with the breakfast with the spam, because as people come in to the kitchenist area, I'm gonna ask them how they want their eggs.
It's not really a separate I mean, it's kind of separate. There's like that half wall that would separate a kitchenette from the rest of the room.
Right, but some people are still sleeping. This way, we're not screaming across the whole room and everything. So
Croc is being courteous.
Sunny side up.
Dippy?
Yes.
Coming right up.
Lala and Joaquin, you both also begin smelling this breakfast meat.
Lala will stick her face out of her cave tent and... Oh, that's what they used to serve us in the orphanage. She will come out. Is that squirrel?
No, it's the other S meat. It's spam.
I don't think they gave us that.
Well, it's delicious. Tell you that.
Squirrel.
No, I mean, no, it's not squirrel. It's not as good as squirrel, but it's just it'll do. It'll do.
I'll take it.
Do you want some eggs?
Scrambled, please.
Would you like cheese on them?
Wow, we fancy today. Sure.
Cheesy eggs it is.
In your head, Lala. I would also like something to eat.
I just fed you like a whole room last night.
And it was a meal for the millennia.
And yet you can't last a couple hours.
I have been starved for years.
Is there like a small glass around, like something like a margarita glass or something like that size?
You find a glass. It's not a margarita glass. It's just like a
No, I
normal
was just
glass.
I was just using that as like the size, the volume, like a small glass. That's all.
Find like a half glass.
That works.
Yeah, like a whiskey glass.
Is there like tomatoes?
Like there's some questionable tomatoes in the fridge, and then in one of the cabinets you find a can of diced tomatoes.
Are you trying to trick an ancient god killer with tomato juice?
I'm going to take the questionable tomatoes and squish them up into making yes said tomato juice, and then I will I'll cut my palm and bleed into that tomato juice. So like a 60-40 mixture.
Okay. I am going to need you. What are you cutting your palm with?
The sharpest object next to me. So I'm doing this with stealthily. Like I don't want everybody to see that I'm cutting myself and draining it into a cup.
All right, so make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that's a 26.
Okay. There's various knives that you've been using that are right next to you.
And there you go.
You're going to roll your
So yeah, like basically when I go to cut the tomato, I just cut a little bit too deep and cut my palm in the process, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll an unarmed strike against yourself, because every weapon that you use that you're proficient with is a monk weapon. Oh no, damage, not d20, just the damage.
Oh, just damage? All right, well
Yeah.
then I'll do this.
You take 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And you bleed into the cup.
And then I when I hand Lala her food, I hand her the glass as well, and now can I still hear him, or does he just
No.
fuse when he talks to all of us?
He chooses when he talks to all of you.
Okay.
Only Lala could hear him in that moment.
And so I just kind of slide it to her and say, I don't know if this will satisfy your Stabby McGee over there, but there's a little gift for him.
It's quite a cocktail. I don't
An
know.
offering. I've never gotten an offering like this before.
He's impressed.
Oh, I don't. I try to make sure that everybody is accounted for, I guess to say, or everybody's got their nutritions at least.
I'm surprised he's still standing with how much blood he bled into that cup.
Yeah, well, Rock is tough. But, don't expect him to make a habit of this. And she'll put his tip in the cup.
As you unsheath the dagger from your holster, it grows back to the size that it was after you had fed it last night.
Ooh. 2 hands.
It's not that large. It's definitely becoming more of a sword and less of a dagger.
Yes, it was unexpected.
In size.
Well, so 2 hands just for just a surprise sake.
His blood's a little sweet.
Kraka, he says you're very sweet.
It's acidic too.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know how to take that, because if I eat something and it's sweet, that means I want to usually continue to eat it and consume it. So I don't know if that means he wants to kill me, or if it's just that. But thank you. I'm just gonna go back to cooking food.
It's fine. I won't let him kill you or eat you or whatever this is. She gestures to the excessively weird thing of like a sword slurping up a glass of tomato juice.
Kraka, make a deception check for me.
Deception.
Kraka. Not Lala.
Oh no, I know.
That is a 28.
You beat him by 2 points. You have successfully deceived the ancient knife with your tomato juice concoction.
I
Well done. So yeah, question: Does when it drinks liquid,
Mhm.
does the sword dagger stay exactly the same, and then the liquid just kind of like slowly dissipates around it, or is there like a cartoonish slurping wherein it grows and bulges out like a snake that has swallowed something?
You can hear the slurping, Lala, because it is constantly connected to you telepathically.
Oh, gross.
I'm just
However, go ahead.
I'm just picturing now like a little tongue coming out of the tip of the blade, like an anteater sticking his tongue in the ant's hole.
It's almost like the blood is being sucked in, but is being vaporized at the same time. Because it goes from liquid to like this particly, arcane-like looking substance that goes around and into the dagger.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
And up until last night, that's all you saw every time it drank. Now, this time it drank, it grew a little larger again.
A little larger.
This time adding a little bit more heft to the hilt side so that it can remain balanced.
You're gonna outgrow me.
The size itself is not a physical size. It is an ethereal size. So the dagger's physical size is still the same thing, but there's an ethereal size around it that makes it look much larger, and you, Lala, can interact with the ethereal size as if it was physical.
This is getting very psychedelic.
And everyone else can see the size, but it's not like the sword's or the dagger's just growing itself.
So if somebody were to try and like yank my dagger from my hands, it would be trickier because they can't interact with the size in the same way because they see it differently than I feel it.
No, they still see it. Well, yes, because you feel the larger size, but you can also choose to just hold it by the smaller original size.
Yes.
They see both as well. If they can see magical differences, they see both. If they don't see magical differences, all they see is the dagger.
Stabby.
It's a tricksy dagger.
But your party can see all of it because it is currently friendly with them. And if you end up walking around with it drawn, holding it by its ethereal size, people will just see both your hands around nothing and then this floating dagger in the middle of your hand. Oh, also it's stuck in the cup.
Fuck. Got a little cooking oil or spam grease there.
I'm sure Croc has got some some of that. Just maybe pour a little skosh of that in here, and she'll just hold the dagger up with the glass clinging to it.
If the grease is still kind of like flowy in the pot, then I'll just bring the pot over or the pan over and just kind of tilt it over and let it drip on the blade and down into where it's stuck. Like WD-40.
As you drip grease onto the blade, it also vaporizes.
You eat grease
You
and
hear
fat?
the sound of cracking glass.
Oh dear. Is there carpet?
Yes.
Lala's gonna throw everything, glass and thing, over to the carpet and just toss it. And take cover.
In which direction are you tossing it?
Towards the carpet. Wherever that is.
In the middle. So the kitchenette has tile, but most of the rest of the room is covered in like this. There's a large area rug in the center above like hardened floor.
Mhm.
And then like the entryway has this little mat.
They're going to aim towards the area rug. If there's like a couch that would give some cover, she'll throw it towards that and then duck behind whatever island or protruding deck there might be.
Okay. You do this. The glass shatters and explodes. Desolus sticks straight up in the area rug where you were aiming. And, Joaquim and Deedle, I need you to make dexterity saving throws. Or, I guess, Deedle, you'd be in somewhere around the kitchen.
What do I have to roll?
I'd say, what are you doing as this is transpiring?
Just kind of watching and just.
Because this is happening immediately after you've woken up and told Kraka you wanted to be eggs.
Just kind of waking up, just kind of
All right, then yes, you will also need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Joaquim, you are awoken first to this lovely smell of cooked meat, and then the sound of panic and something being thrown. And you're able to crack one eye open and like throw the blanket up as cover as you notice some kind of glass object flying through the air.
Oh my god.
And as you do,
The deck!
you just hear Lala panicking and diving behind something. And this glass thing with the dagger lands in the center of the room, and this glass explodes everywhere in very tiny shattered particles.
Shrapnel!
You are fine, Joaquim, other than hearing the tinks of glass against the heavy blanket that you had. One shard does stick in the point, like it would have hit you in the face.
Yeah, no, I'm awake now, so
You're just staring at this shard of glass stuck in your blanket.
Yep, and as I'm underneath the blanket, I cast Detect Magic.
You detect that the dagger is a little larger than it was previously.
You guys are fucking with that stupid knife again?
Not me.
Deedle, you're also okay. You're able to take cover and not take any damage.
Arr.
We were giving it breakfast.
Why?
It was hungry.
Again, what do? I minor illusion the words "I hate you" in neon lettering in front of Lala.
Okay.
She's gonna like lean her head around the letters and look to see the damage, and I hope they don't want us to pay for that rug.
You see also that Bavin has awoken and had magically protected himself from shards. Unfortunately, Tyrone Belfast did not protect himself from the shards. So Mr. Belfast has taken some damage.
Shoot, he was already damaged.
No, he also gets the benefit of a long rest.
Ah, okay.
Hey, you guys hungry?
Don't move yet. I gotta sweep up the glass.
The glass is everywhere. Like, you didn't know a glass that small could make so many tiny shards.
Maybe we should get Mom. No, it's fine. It's fine. She'll be mad. Also, what the hell was that, Nosferatu?
Real quick, Joaquin uses Mage Hand to brush away a path out of the room, dresses in his armor, and walks out on that path, giving Lala evil eye, and again maintaining the minor illusion "I hate you" in front of her as he
Okay.
walks in.
Where are you going?
Away from this chaos, just out of the room.
Oh, so just into the hallway?
Where's the food?
Well, Kraka's cooking food in your room, but you know that where the party was is also like a general gathering area for those that wish to partake in a more communal breakfast together.
How is he cooking in the room? There's a kitchen in
kitchenette.
there?
It's a kitchenette. It's a tiny kitchen.
Okay, I'll just go near the kitchenette and
Okay.
try and prepare a plate.
Hey, I'm making spam and eggs. You want them?
Yes, please.
How do you want your eggs?
I actually like them scrambled.
Do you want cheese?
Yes.
Any certain way you want your spam?
I'm not really too familiar with it, so I mean, it smells pretty good so far. So, however you planned on cooking it.
Fully cooked. Gotcha.
And Joaquin minor illusions a thumbs up.
I go and cook everything up and serve it, I guess. Bring it to you.
Well, he's standing in the kitchenette area, like probably kind of where Deedle was.
Well, even if I turn around, I still turn around and give it to him.
Right.
I know we're basically all on top of each other, kind of. Because of
It's a large
Avon
enough room
and
that
then-
you don't have to be on top of each other, but it's small enough where it's almost crowded.
Is there like a kitchen counter or maybe like a small island?
There's the half wall that separates the kitchenette from like the rest of the room.
All right, Joaquin will lean against that.
Okay. The half wall does have a counter, so you can put your plate and stuff down on it. There's just no seats there.
That's fine.
Lala, in this time, you do find a broom to help sweep up, and I believe you asked Decilis, or Nosferatu, as you call him. What the hell was that? Listen, I'm used to drinking from a person, not a glass.
I've never seen you explode the person when you're done.
It's because I don't have to be careful.
Don't do it again.
Don't put me in a glass.
Well, how else am I supposed to feed you turtle blood?
Put it on a more open container. Or on the floor.
You really are a puppy. Can you clean this up?
The glass? I'm a knife.
Yeah, but I don't know. You do magic things sometimes.
Figure out how to free me from this knife and I will clean it up.
I don't believe you at all. I think that you would not be much of a puppy knife anymore if I freed you.
There's only one way to find out.
He's gonna put him back in his sheath and start sweeping.
Okay. It's very difficult to sweep carpet.
It is, but it can be done. Also, we'll start in the non-carpeted areas.
Avin walks over to the kitchen area. God, I forgot how noisy it was to travel with people. So used to doing it by myself. Well, not really the hat, but you get the gist. However, that smells good.
Eggs
Croco,
and-
was it? That smells
Yeah.
good.
Eggs and spam. Would you like some?
Sure.
How would you like your eggs?
Can you dice up the spam and make an omelet?
I could. Do you want cheese in the omelet?
Sure.
All right, the spam cheesy omelet.
Thank you, kind sir. It's been a while since I've had someone cook for me.
Oh, you're welcome.
He just kind of brushes off and leans against the wall on the other side of the kitchenette so that there's not a giant crowd in there. Tyrone wakes up. Mr. Tyrone Belfast. Oh, getting woken up by glass explosions. It feels like I'm back at school.
Good to feel young again, doesn't it?
What kind of school did you go to?
The kind for engineers and inventors. I'm assuming... Oh. Where's the interrogator? Kind of just rubs his eyes a little bit. His hand's bleeding a little bit. Arm. I thought I was gonna be interrogated again this morning.
I mean, we still have some questions for you, but eat first. Got some spam and eggs. Would you like some?
No spam, but I'll take the eggs.
How would you like your eggs?
Fried.
So, do you want the center solid or liquid?
Solid.
Okay.
Like a fried egg that's not sunny side up.
So fry both sides. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's called overboard.
Well,
When I
I
fry
put
an
it,
egg, I usually break the yolk and just flip it. So
so you want it mixed, kinda,
yeah,
but not scrambled.
but not fully scrambled.
Gotcha. I can
He's
do
being
that.
weird. He's a weird guy.
No, I get it. I get it. You like your whites. I get it. I don't like it fully scrambled either.
I really should have brought my personal guard with me on this trip, but I was told I wouldn't need it.
Oh,
Speaking of, when we spoke yesterday, you said that there were guards around your room, as there would be around most of our rooms. But they were nowhere to be seen. Do you know what happened to them? I assumed that you sent them away because I was coming.
I am not sure what happened to them. I would assume that if you didn't see any guards, that there were no survivors to those that were trying to defend this hallway.
but there was. I mean, there was a lot of blood, but it was a lot of different types of blood instead of just one. And if there were supposed to be multiple guards protecting us, it seemed like there was only maybe 1, 2.
Yeah. Nosferatu said that he only could tell one that seemed like it might have been a guard.
I'm sorry, who's Nosferatu?
That's not important. We ask the questions here. And she'll waggle a finger at him.
Like evil monkey point.
Bavin leans forward from the wall. I'm sorry, did you name the dagger?
I mean, yeah.
The evil dagger. The one that was accosting us on that ship.
He's not evil. He's just not house trained. Yet.
I swear I was gonna do something else if you said misunderstood.
No.
Okay. You just
I can start to see why he doesn't like you.
Why, who doesn't like who? The dagger? Dagger doesn't like me?
Yeah.
I'd like to keep it that way.
Nosferatu needs to be socialized.
You're treating him like he's a child or a puppy, not a dangerous instrument of warfare.
He's my puppy dangerous instrument of warfare.
Joaquin, Bavin looks at you and says, are you believing any of this? Or you? And he looks over to you, Deedle.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bavin looked over to you and asked, are you believing any of this?
Oh, sweet Jesus. No. I have nothing to do with that evil contraption. That thing just radiates.
At least he has some sense. Thank you.
That thing radiates evil. No, absolutely not.
I'm just shrugging my shoulders like, I don't know. I don't like that thing.
I mean, he hasn't tried to kill us.
Yet.
Well,
Hey, the glass
Yes.
was an accident.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The glass was an accident.
You
It took one of my eyes out.
You getting a hold of that thing to begin with was an accident. Why are we still even talking about this thing? We need to have that thing under lock and key, quite frankly.
Yes, but if it's a powerful object, why can't we use it to our advantage?
Do I know that it drinks blood?
Hmm.
I'm not sure if you've
Yeah.
ever been in the room when it drank blood. Yeah, you do, because it did on the ship.
That thing is a vampiric, evil blade. Why would you want to make use of such a thing? There are so many better magical tools out there.
You eat meat, and also, we wouldn't know anything about the blood we found if it weren't for Nosferatu.
Because he was hungry.
But he also has the know-how to tell us something about it. And give and take, He just needs to be socialized. He's been in a dagger for some inordinate amount of time that we can't even describe or probably comprehend with our puny human lifespan brains. He didn't mean to shatter the glass everywhere. He's a good boy.
How would you feel if you had ultimate cosmic power and itty bitty living space?
You're telling me that damn creature has ultimate cosmic power?
I mean, yeah, it's like a god tooth or something.
Yeah, no. Babin? Nope. I'm just not.
By the way, aren't we missing somebody?
Mom still hasn't woken up.
Her and Kaida are still in their special portal.
Yes.
I'm guessing it's best to leave them alone until they come out.
I would agree.
Hey, you there. Stop. We think you forgot to like and subscribe. Now we're putting you in dice jail. Just kidding. But if you are enjoying the show, share it with your friends. Subscribing, liking, and reviewing also helps bring others to our doorstep. You can also head over to chaoticallybalanced.com/support, linked in the description below, and get access to exclusive content through Coffee. Now that that's cleared up, let's get back to the adventure.
I don't know. I'm for waking Mom up. You pick on me less when she's awake. She points
You
at
seem to deserve
Joaquin.
it slightly less.
What?
And I emphasize slightly.
You're rude.
Hey, hey, Bavin.
Yes.
Can you message Jackson and your buddy to see if they want anything to eat, along with Yenor and Kaida, right?
If one of you wants to go knocking on that portal, be my guest. I'm not bothering those two.
Well, we were told not to knock, to have you message them.
fine, but if any of them are mad, it's on your head. If I'm interrupting something, they come out of that portal and they're swinging, I'm putting you in front of me.
That's fine.
He walks over, I guess, through the path that Lala has been clearing of the glass to the door, and just knocks on it. Just like a double knock, and then a pause, and then a triple knock, and then a pause, and a double knock. And then there's a single knock, and a pause, and a double knock, and a pause, and a single knock. And then he opens the door. You are the other one hungry? Grexis kind of looks at him, looks over to Jackson, who's just kind of on top of his construct, standing on the other side of the hallway. No, we ate before we got here last night. Grabbed some food from some of these open-doored rooms. Free food while we've been patrolling. So, no, we're good.
Need any grease for your robot friend?
No. He's fine. He doesn't need grease. Magical parts and all. He's been enhanced.
Ah. Gotcha.
Thank you, though. I appreciate the concern.
You're welcome.
No, we're good. But we do have a report for once you are all together. It looks like you're missing some people. Yeah, just no one comes in or out of this end of the hallway. Just kind of nods and then he closes the door again. All right. I'll send a message to Kaida. She's the one who told me to message. She said to message her and to not bother her wife, who's been doing her job this whole time. So he sends a message. Doesn't really speak it out loud. You just kind of see him muttering. So there's an arcane glow around him. Then pause, and then you see him nodding his head like he's responding physically to something that he's being told. Meanwhile, in your not house, Enor, you and Kaida have been having, after a little bit of a chaotic night, a much more relaxing morning with some activities and then some more relaxing. No giant bird jumping on you.
Speaking of, where is the giant bird?
In with the other animals of the airship.
Okay.
When you landed on the airship from the little dropship that brought you back up, there was this big open like hangar bay area that had like a fake forest. It was a real forest, but it was transplanted in like some trees and grass and whatnot that she could hang out in.
Okay.
She's not in a cage or anything. She was just laying down, really.
Okay.
Well, my love, unfortunately, I think we are needed.
Well, let's go then.
While this morning has been very relaxing, I think we need to get back to our responsibilities.
We must rescue the children.
Sounds like the children made a mess, something about a glass exploding.
That doesn't surprise me.
Someone also said that the tip of something got stuck in the glass before it exploded. And it got thrown like a grenade.
We should probably go before they kill each other.
Okay. She gets up and stretches and throws on her robes. You can get up and put on your armor and stuff. Yes, Crockett, you only get hero points back on level ups. You get yourself all ready. Then she kind of takes your hand and leads you out of the house and to the portal. All of you back in the room. You see this portal open back up, and Kaida walks through with Yenor right behind her. Well, why is he bleeding again? Yenor, you look over to Mr. Tyrone Belfast, who looks like he's got some glass shards in his arm.
Probably the glass explosion.
What? Look around. So you look around. Lala has a broom. She's sweeping. Joaquin looks very angry. Deedle looks very confused. Bavin looks concerned. Croc is still cooking. There's a 4-pointed dagger-sized hole in the center of the area, right? Where you step out, there's just this gash.
Have you guys already started to kill each other?
It was an accident. And she points at Joaquin, he was mean and said that he hated me because of an accident that Nosferatu didn't even mean to do. He's just a baby dagger that doesn't know how to interact with things.
Joaquin looks at Yenor and says, the part that she said about me hating her is absolutely true. Everything else is childish fibs. This demon, and then he minor illusions in neon lights above, in red neon lights above Lala's head, demon with an arrow pointing down at her. This demon doesn't allow me to get my needed beauty sleep. I wake up to shards and screaming and evil fucking daggers.
Don't try to blame
more
me
evil.
because you're ugly.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
She said, don't try to blame me because you're ugly. Because you said you needed beauty sleep.
Joaquin minor illusions like a gas, like a audience gasp. Curse yourself, demon child. So
now, without the name calling, how did we get to the point of glass exploding?
I'm curious about that my damn self. Looking at the demon child.
Kraka was very kindly making Nosferatu some breakfast, as he does for all of us. And he put it in a glass, and I put Nosferatu in the glass, and then he was stuck, and so we tried to grease him out, but he's not used to that or cups. And so it started to tink, and I threw it, and it exploded. But he didn't mean to, and if he wasn't, an ancient god-eating thing, I'm sure he would say he was sorry.
Why were we feeding Nosferatu?
Because he was hungry.
That was my same question.
And
Last night we gave him blood for our investigative purposes.
Yes, but he's bigger now, so he eats more. He's a growing boy.
Yenor, you, because Kaida's been trying to solve the situation calmly, and you look over, and she directs you to look over at Desolus's tooth. It is a bit larger than it was last night.
How much larger?
It needed a larger hilt to grow to the size, to add the extra weight on the knife edge part. It's closer to a, like, short sword length now and less of a dagger.
Have I seen her wield something that big? Or has it just been her daggers?
Her daggers, and she tried to carry Bad News, the sniper rifle.
Unsuccessfully, right?
Correct. Deedle has to carry it for her.
I'm gonna look at her. Do you even know how to use something that big?
Yep.
Lila is gonna take it out and try to just do like a little, toss it up in the air, catch it, stab kind of move.
Okay.
You may have to roll for me if there's rolls, as I'm currently watching my phone.
You are proficient with short swords. You are. Still, you're doing a fancy move, so it's going to be a sleight of hand check,
Semi-fancy.
which I will roll.
Thanks.
That is a 15. If you would like to add anything to it.
You can throw a hero point on there. I always forget to use them anyway.
Alright, so I will mark off a hero point for you. And I will add a d6. That is a 16, because that was a 1. But you haven't used a short sword really that much. You've usually stuck to daggers or improvised weapons. So it's not quite as smooth a motion as it is with your daggers. So Yenor and everyone else watches as Lala... You've seen Lala flick her daggers up and catch them when she's just bored. So she tries to do the same thing with the short sword. She almost catches it on the wrong rotation, but is able to quickly not maneuver her hand away from the edge and use her other hand to kind of just grab it and guide it. And she's just holding it. And the stab motion kind of looks awkward. Because as she's stabbing, she's also trying to control the tip from going down too far. So it kind of looks more like a slash than a stab. It's not very convincing, but she doesn't hurt herself.
That makes sense. This sounds about right.
Listen, I'm sure there are practice dummies somewhere around here.
You mean like that one? She points the end of her sword at Joaquin.
Ironically, Joaquin, right next to you and what would be right behind Bavin is where you and Kraka were throwing darts, where there's a little training area.
A dart training area?
Well, you and Kraka were throwing darts, but there's also it's also got like a training dummy and like a punching bag. Like a small little the training dummy is put off to the side and the punching bag's put off to the side, and some of the equipment's kind of leaned up against the wall.
Okay. I am not in the mood to exercise at the moment, but
No, I'm just saying she's pointing her sword at you, and ironically, the training area is literally right next to you.
Ah. Why do you have that horrible thing pointed at me, child?
It was because Ynor said there's probably a training dummy around here somewhere, and so she pointed at you and said, like, that one?
Ah. Womp. And then minor illusion. Womp, womp, womp.
Womp womping will not reduce the sting of my zingers.
And then another minor illusion audience. Ooh. Think you're so clever, don't you, demon child? Well, again, keep the hellish blade away from me, but go in there if you want. I'll have no part of it. Again, he wants nothing to do with the blade. But he would step out of the way if they're going to the training area.
No, she was just pointing it. My love, would you like breakfast?
Absolutely.
I think our turtle friend is cooking breakfast for us.
Mind
I'm going to go investigate.
You go around to the kitchen area so you can see past all the brooding bodies in the corner and then the chaos. And you see Kraka still diligently just cooking at the stove and doing what he normally does.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Kinda.
Chicken.
Got some spam and eggs, and oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I made like a breakfast smoothie just in case you didn't actually want any meat. I didn't know if anybody's not a meat eater. I mean, I don't know. I get like that sometimes. So, but what would you like?
I'll take the smoothie.
Okay. You go over and prepare a smoothie. Come back and ask Kaida the same thing.
Just some scrambled eggs.
Would you like cheese?
Nah, but if you could throw some onions in there.
Yeah. I'll see if I can. I think there's some over there. Yeah, I can do that. Do you want it? Do you want it just like an omelet, or do you just want it scrambled?
Scrambled eggs with some sautéed onions is fine.
All right.
I'll take a
that.
small glass of the smoothie too.
Oh. All right. So, as I'll go prepare the onions, and as the onions are sautéing, I'll go get the smoothie and hand it to her, and then go back and add the eggs to the sautéed onions and start cooking it up like that.
Okay.
And then once it's done, serve it up, you know.
Lala, about this point when Kaida and Ynor both get their breakfast and begin eating it, is when you're just about done sweeping up the little glass shards.
Phew. Excellent. She's gonna just scurry over and start eating then, and steal some sips out of the smoothie cups while no one's looking.
You could have your own smoothie.
Nah.
You will have to make a stealth check then to try to sneak around Ynor and Kaida for the smoothie cups.
Sneaky, stab.
Let's see if the checking of the boxes makes it roll faster.
Oh, did you do it?
I did.
Okay.
23.
It did. That came through faster than normal.
It did.
Let's see. Passive perception 16. I don't think Kaida's is much better than that. Nope, that's the wrong. I should have had Kaida's character sheet up. I did not. Yeah, her passive perception is 12. Lala, you are successful in just stealing a sip or two here or there from either Kaida or Ynor's smoothie glass.
Excellent.
It does taste good. Bavin. This is Bavin. Now that our investigator is back, my guards, I will call them, said they have a report for us once we are all settled in. So unless anyone has any objections right now, I'll bring one of them in here to give us whatever they have found. All right, no objections. And he goes up to the door. Ynor and Kaida, this would be the first time you see him do his secret knock again. And then a knock response, and he opens the door. Grexis walks in, and then he closes the door behind him. Ugh. I mostly stayed out front of your guys' room, but Jackson and the other one, Rashim, they patrolled this hallway and then the other hallway, the other end of the hallway, most of the night. At some point, in the middle of the night, I'm not sure how they snuck by us, but they closed off both your room, Bavin, and your room, Tyron. No one's allowed in or out of those rooms currently. Also, it is not standard soldiers guarding those rooms. They look to be personal guards to either the Iron Hand or the Iron Fist himself. They would not talk to us or give us any information, and when we tried to enter one of the rooms, shadows started swirling and they drew their weapons on us.
I'd say we should probably go find the Iron Hand then.
That's just it. Reports have said he's not on the ship anymore. Not after his hunt. Oh, also, there have been no other reports of that creature that both you, Bavin, and you, Tyron, reported attacking you. Right now we're at a loss for what exactly is going on this airship, and I am concerned that what is going on this airship is going on throughout the kingdom. Unexplained creatures, unexplained assaults.
Disappearances?
I'm not sure about disappearances. I'm in the wrong line of work to do that. I'm just here making conjecture. I'm sure your friend there, though, can come up with her own conclusions with more evidence. There is a commander aboard this ship currently. I believe he is now the one in charge. Until the Iron Hand comes back. If the Iron Hand is actually gone.
I guess we should go see him and find out exactly what is going on, or at least what they know.
I'm with that. Yeah.
Bavin leans over and asks, "Yeah, who's the commander?" I believe the soldiers that we were able to talk to that were not this shadow guard, the soldiers that were just passing by, said that his name is Commander Zykar.
Oh, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Thank you for that. I couldn't remember. But we need to find him, right? So that we can get the skinny on what's going on here.
No,
Otherwise,
he's
why
either
would
going to
he
be
do
in the party room down the hall or on the bridge.
I think it'll be much easier to talk to him than it was the guy of the Iron Hand, because, you know, seeing that he's in control now, he's probably overwhelmed with everything he has to do. So he's probably be looking for help.
Maybe we should check the bridge first.
Bavin says, "I'm going to stay here with Mr. Belfast and my guards. We're going to at least keep your guys' room safe. Besides, I don't want all of us traveling together in case something were to happen on our way to where we are going."
Well, that sounds ominous, but okay.
Do you want to go get your gear first before we leave?
I'm dressed already. Don't worry about that.
No, I meant Bavin.
Yes, I do need to get some gear, but if we can't get in that room, I can't get it.
Well,
I'll make do. And he kind of waves his hand and
Is it magicked?
a robe appears. Is what magic? The room?
Yeah. Can we not get in because it's magicked?
No, there are shadow guards outside of the room who did not allow us to pass.
Shadow guards.
oh, we
That's what
got.
we're referring to them. We approached them and they swirled shadows around us.
That sounds pretty lame. You got scared off by some swirly shadow?
They also drew their weapons. We're not here to start an international war. We are just here to protect, so we let them do their job.
All right. But I don't know what good you are without your hat.
Well, if they didn't let you guys pass, how are they going to let us pass?
Oh, you can walk past the hallway. You just can't go in the room.
So we can make a distraction as we go past, so you can go in there and get your stuff.
I don't know if they'll respond to a distraction. They're not general foot soldiers.
I mean,
Maybe someone could steal something of theirs and run off.
I'm sure we can. Yeah, I mean, if you say so.
I can steal. Pick me.
Are you being the kid in class that's raising their hand and like squirming in their seat, saying
Yeah.
"Pick me, pick me"?
Yes. I haven't stolen anything since our last port. Pick me.
Can either of you see in magical darkness?
I have blind sight, which, as long as there is sounds and other things to pick up on, yeah, kinda.
So if they have jingles, she can hear it.
If I can hear, or if they're like moving, rustling, and there's wind or something. Think Daredevil.
That's gonna have to be good enough then. Here's what I think we should do. Yes, you guys can. One of you should go up, distract the guards for half a moment. I will stay out of sight, cast a little bit of magical darkness in the area, and you will do your best to do a snatch and run. Yes?
Can I find objects with my blind sight? Because they're not like making sounds or anything. Like, I mean, I could probably feel it out if I knew where to feel. Maybe.
You've been in the room before, so it's not. It would be somewhat difficult because you don't know if anything's changed. But the dagger speaks in your head. I can see in anything. I can guide you.
That's true. Nosferatu can see in dagger. All right, let's do it.
Kata goes to Eleanor. Do you have any objections to this craziness? We're gonna go distract some shadow guards, steal
Listen.
Bavin's stuff back, and try to get away undetected.
Come on, Lenore, sometimes crimes are fun. I mean, not crimes. It's just fun.
Is it a crime if you're stealing the person's stuff back for them?
Yeah, see? It's definitely not a crime.
I mean, I can cast invisibility on someone if it helps. We might as well give them a hand.
Invisibility would be good.
I mean, we're basically home free then.
However, I can potentially do you one better.
Always trying to outdo the paladin.
Pulls out a book and begins flipping through her pages, and then puts it down, draws some runes out, and begins casting an incantation. This is going to take about 10 minutes. If you want to prepare a backup plan in case this doesn't work. She continues casting her incantation. We will still need that distraction. But only to get the guards away from the door.
I walk over and I get myself a glass of the smoothie. And just walk back over to the door and just wait. I'm gonna use this smoothie for part of the distraction, just so you know.
Lala and Wakim, I would like both of you to be ready with plan B in case this plan does not work. And my love, you could ready invisibility if that's what you would like to do. It might help our little rogue friend here.
What's plan B?
Plan B is what you guys were going to do. She is currently casting a ritual spell for something, and you're not sure what until she is done. Unless, of course, you want to try to figure out what spell it is, Wakim.
Yes, I'll cast Detect Magic.
I was going to have you make an Arcana check.
Okay, no problem. I will do that.
Because Because this is more of a, do you understand what she's doing, not can you feel it? I see it coming through. That's a natural 20. Everyone gets an inspiration back. Natural 20 for a 23. You have seen this spell before. I don't know your current spell list, so I'm not sure if you currently have it on yourself. She is ritual casting Unseen Servant.
Ah, okay. Okay. He kind of smirks.
Yes, we are going to need a backup plan in case this doesn't work. The backup plan, I believe, is my love, Yenor, is going to make our little rogue invisible. And you, Joachim, are going to also make some magical darkness, if I understand what you were asking before correctly.
That is correct.
This is assuming Kraka is not arrested for whatever he's going to do. And I would suspect that we would need Deedle to hang back in case shit hits the fan.
Yes, Deedle is the security blanket. She just comes in to fuck shit up.
I'm on it.
Now, remember, we don't want to kill the guards. She looks at both you, Deedle, and you, Lala. We do not want to kill the guards.
I just put my hands up in the air and I'm just like, yep, okay.
We knock them out. If we have to hurt them a little bit, that's fine. But I cannot have anyone starting an international incident.
No killing. Gotcha.
If we knock them out in self-defense, then I believe our esteemed alchemist could pull some political strings and explain that away for us. And she looks at Bavin. He just kind of grumbles to himself.
All right.
She goes back to casting. Lala, in your head while she is casting. Give me the Shadow Mage's blood.
Are you referring to the Shadow Guards?
Yes.
How do you even know what they are? We haven't even gone over
I
there
can
yet.
smell them.
You're a weirdo. Stop being weird. This is why they don't like you.
This is why who doesn't like me?
Everyone who isn't me. Now calm down.
Shadow Mage blood. They will taste like the gentleman that we were speaking to when we first got here.
The Iron Hand?
Yes, him. They'll taste like him.
Is he also a Shadow Mage?
I don't know. I just know what he smells like.
Dear God. Okay.
Give me their blood. I will turn them into a husk.
Again, also, not supposed to kill them, A. B, sniff people less.
Do what to people less?
Sniff people less.
I'll trap you in a dagger for 1,000 years and see what you start doing to people.
Probably not sniffing them. Anyway, we're not allowed to kill them, so cool your handle.
Is it killing if they're just unconscious forever?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we see this conversation happening?
It happens in her head, but I don't think she's good at hiding the conversation that's happening in her head.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, I'm sure she's having a very rousing face-to-face conversation, in her mind. But
yeah, sometimes she's talking out loud also.
She's usually whispering to herself.
Yeah.
So it's like telephone, like you're my end.
Yeah, like you're hearing half of a conversation.
Yeah. So just looks, and she's looking at the blade, or she
She
just
doesn't have to
looking off
look
into
at the
space?
blade. She's just like off into the distance. Sometimes she has the blade out to look at the blade while she's doing it.
When she does this, Joaquin just kind of minor illusions above the, just kind of in everybody's general view, the words, "Does anybody see this shit?" And pointing at Lala.
Yep.
And we're okay with this?
I said before, he hasn't tried to kill me.
I give up.
I mean, and this Bavin, I have a sentient hat, so.
And he just kind of looks at you weird, and you're okay. Everybody's got the weapons talking to themselves. Oh, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
You should be happy that my sentient hat can't talk to everybody.
He'll look at Bavin, and with the most sincere response, he will say, "I believe you."
This dagger talking to everyone's kind of freaky.
Wait, the dagger talks to everyone?
It can. It has decided to share its thoughts to everybody, specifically last night when we were saved by your friends while you and Beetle were still sleeping.
Interesting. Well, again, either way, nothing. I want nothing to do with that thing. Nope. And he'll just kind of keep moving. Or I guess, are we moving towards
Not yet.
our plan? Okay.
This arcane glow begins to light around Kaida, as in this small circle that she made, this just visage of something appears very briefly for like a split second, like if you blink you miss it, and then it's just all right, we're ready. This could make us all criminals, although I have a feeling, and she looks over to everybody and she looks at you, Yunor, that some of us in this room have already crossed that line with a nation or two.
Yunor just waves her hand. It's fine. It's fine.
Way ahead of you, Mom.
A little criminality never hurt anyone.
Are we gonna get in trouble from your boss if we get caught?
No, you can use your feminine charm on them.
Oh yeah, my feminine charm.
Listen, you're the one wearing robes. Okay? It's a bit hard to want my curves in this, and I jingle my chainmail.
Touche, you got me on that one. Alright. Kraka, if you would, please begin the distraction. It's called Unseen Servant. It will be following right behind you.
All right, so I'm gonna slam the smoothie. I'm not gonna swallow it. I'm just gonna put it in my mouth.
Okay.
And as I'm gonna walk down the hallway towards the guard, like little stumbly, like I'm half asleep, waking up from a hangover. And now, where are they exactly? I'm guessing they're in front of like two different doors, or are they just in
So
front of
there's
Gavin?
two guards in front of Tyron's room, which was the room that was right next to yours. And then there are two guards in front of Bavin's room, which was a couple rooms down the hall in the opposite direction.
Let's see. So I gotta get them away from Bavin's room, but Tyrone's room is first.
No, Tyrone's room is. If your room's in the middle, Tyrone's room's on the left and around the corner, and Bavin's room is straight down and on the right. Your room's in the middle.
Oh, all right. So then I'll go towards Bavin's room, and I'll as I'm walking down, like half asleep and like I got a hangover. As I get close to them, I'm gonna stumble into them and bump into them. And
Hey, watch where you're going.
I'm gonna look up and like bob my head a little bit, and then look back down and just open my mouth and just puke all over his feet.
Oh, come on, man. This is supposed to be the officer's civilized section. Kind of wipes off his feet.
I'm gonna attempt to like run away because I think he's gonna like grip me up and gonna bump into the other soldier as I attempt to stumble away. Try to lure them after me. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but
Make a performance check or deception. Is up to you which you do.
oh, I'm gonna do an inspiration on that.
Okay.
It's an 18. I'll add a hero point.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Okay. Do a quick roll. Ooh. I'm gonna keep that one because it's funny. The guards rolled a natural 1. Let's see. You all get an inspiration point because I rolled a natural 1. Oh god. There's no one else in this hallway, man. Let's just go after him. At least make him clean our shit. Alright. So both guards begin chasing you, and as you're running down the hall, you can see like shadows coalescing around you.
Is this where I should cast my darkness?
No, wait. Because they're away from the door, and the unseen servant gets in. Kraka, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, right now I'm just kind of like listening to their footsteps because I'm guessing since it's getting dark and I can't see, so.
You can see through the shadows. They're just coalescing around you. That's a 23. You are able to maneuver yourself around to dodge the unnatural shadows that are moving.
I'm just gonna keep luring them further away from the door, and if I happen to stumble, then when they get close to me, I'll just attempt to like play possum and then grapple one of them. But that's like if I happen to stumble, and fall.
I mean, you're doing pretty good right now.
Yep. Just letting you know what the plans are if I fail.
It doesn't feel like my servant can find Bavin's equipment. Joaquim and Lala, and my love, I think we need to send Lala in there as well. Though I'm not sure if invisibility is needed. Joaquim, how far can your darkness go?
Let me see here.
Say, as long as they're not here, I can sneaky sneak.
Sorry, 1 second. 60-foot range, 50-foot radius, 15-foot
Okay.
radius.
Okay. That's plenty for a room in the hallway. I don't know, my love. Would you feel more comfortable having our rogue friend invisible?
Depends on what she wants.
Lala, would you feel more comfortable if you're visible?
I don't think I've ever been actually invisible before, but it wouldn't hurt if they come back. So sure.
I'm gonna cast it on her and say, remember, you can't hit anything or cast a spell or else it's gone.
Right.
Lala, you are now invisible. Joaquim, if you would, please. I think now would be the time.
Okay, nods, snaps his fingers, and whispers, and casts darkness.
Time to sneaky sneak.
With that casting of darkness, we are going to go to our break. Thank you all for tuning in thus far, and you will have to return to find out how this is going to turn out.
Or stay forever in the darkness.
Or stay forever in the darkness.
Ooh, threat.
And maybe we will also be meeting this Commander Zykar. But thank you all nevertheless, and we will be back here momentarily. Welcome, adventurers. This is a quick note to say that this is part 1 of a live stream. To gain immediate access to our episodes, please visit links.chaoticallybalanced.com or go to chaoticallybalanced.com/support. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.
Well, that's a wrap. If you want to catch us live, head over to links.chaoticallybalanced.com, linked in the description below, and follow our socials to stay up to date on our schedule and everything else we have going on. You can catch us live most Tuesday nights at 7:30 Eastern with the links in the description below. You can further support our adventure by visiting our coffee page at chaoticallybalanced.com/support, and you'll get access to exclusive content. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next time.